Guys, I can't lie, I'm conflicted. Yeah, I'm conflicted. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today, we are talking about a movie. Excuse me. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. And that movie is City of Dreams. City of Dreams is directed by Mohit Ramchandani. I hope I am saying your name correctly. Um, and this is based apparently on a true story, um, and it centers on a young boy by the name of Jesus, who dreams of nothing more than to be a soccer star, or football as they call it. In Mexico, he has a chance to go to America to go to a soccer camp, but it turns out tragically, he's not going to soccer camp. It turns out once he's in the car with the person who's supposed to take him, he's actually interned into a sort of sweatshop, slavery, modern human slavery, human trafficking, um, ring. As these two cops try to figure it out, he and his various other fellow sweatshopies try to escape and try to find some semblance of their dreams, and in a country that seems to want to exploit them. Um, and this is the story. Um, City of Dreams. I'm conflicted on this. On the one hand, I think that this film is very, 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 very well made. I think it's well acted. But I'm wondering what the point of this movie is. And let me explain here what I mean by this. This movie contains really graphic scenes of torture, child abuse, and human trafficking, implied child sexual abuse, all that stuff. And it shows us, not necessarily exploitatively, but it's heavy. I mean, you see most things are implied and a lot of things are shown. My problem is that this movie doesn't really have anything meaningful to say about this issue and how to solve it, other than human trafficking is awful. Let's show you it. And I kind of take issue with that because I think that there's no substance here. It's using the real life horrors of its subject matter as a crutch, because I think, in my opinion, because I think it's afraid to really, really thoughtfully look at the problem and offer solutions, which is too bad. Because I do think that the filmmakers' hearts are in the right place. I think the young actor who plays Jesus is quite good. There's a nice little brief walk on roles from the likes of Jason Patric and Diego Calva, who are great, of course, but I couldn't get over feeling like this movie, there's something almost pornographic in the way that they are showing, particularly one sequence in which our young hero is being brutally whipped, and it's in slow motion. It goes on for like 6 or 7 minutes, and he's imagining his dead mother like wiping the blood off with a sponge. And I'm just sitting there watching this, like, it's taking me out of the film and into the mind of the people who made it in a way that is uncomfortable. And maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point. Maybe the whole point is they're showing us this to really hammer it home. But that's not enough to hang a movie on. And as much as I do agree with this movie's worldview, particularly the young actor at the end, they do like that special message about the movie at the end, like they often do with these types of films, these modern social issue movies. It talks about, you need to be mindful of what you're buying, what clothes you're buying, and how your convenience negatively influences the lives of the people who are forced into making those items. I 100% agree with that. I think anybody with a soul and a heart would 100% agree with that. And that human trafficking and child abuse, child prostitution, whatever you want to call it, is evil. It's a scourge upon our world that needs to be extinguished. But there's nothing in this movie that really makes you. There's nothing that in this movie that offers a solution to the problem. It just shows it. And maybe that's going to be enough for some people. It wasn't quite enough for me. Because I think that at a certain point, it's so unpleasant. And I know that's the point. It's so unpleasant to watch this that it becomes nearly impossible to recommend it to people. Because it's just so harrowing and so, grimy and disturbing. And some people have argued, who are negative on this movie, that it uses subject matter kind of as an excuse for torture porn. I kind of agree with that a little bit. I think that it goes too far in showing the stuff without really giving any reason for us as an audience to endure watching it, which is too bad. But that being said, I do think that this movie, it's an interesting case in that I think that this movie gets a lot wrong, but I'm kind of happy it exists. If anything else, then it's a movie about this subject matter that tries, and clearly has its heart in the right place, to try to tackle this subject. And for that reason, I'm not going to give it a negative recommendation, but I'm not going to give it a positive one either. I'm going to be right in the middle. I'm going to give City of Dreams 2.5 stars, because I think that I admire what it's trying to do, but I can't recommend it to people. I can't recommend people endure this, because I don't think that if you're going to have to endure the sequences in this movie, you have to feel like there's some purpose behind showing them. And I didn't really understand the purpose here. And maybe it's me. Maybe it's me being somewhat ignorant, but I didn't understand why it was necessary to show really graphic descriptive scenes of child abuse and child, slavery without any real purpose. It just seemed like, oh, here it is, how awful. Well, yeah, I mean, everybody agrees that it's horrible, and everybody agrees that, who has a heart agrees that it should no longer exist. But that's not enough. I think that if you're going to make a movie with this subject matter, really take on this subject matter. Because if you don't, which I don't think this movie does, it comes off as exploitative to some extent. And that's the thing I really had a problem with this movie. But yeah, anyway, City of Dreams, 2.5 out of 5 stars, right down the middle. I couldn't recommend it, but I also couldn't not recommend it. I'm kind of in the middle on it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. A Real Pain. I've seen it. We will be talking about it in November. It's fantastic. Here, talked about it. Looks good. The Critic. No, I haven't talked about this. This looks really good. Ian McKellen. A Different Man. This looks really interesting. It's been on my radar since Sundance. Renate Reinsve, one of my favorite actresses. Definitely looking forward to that one. Speak No Evil. Talked about it. Looks good. Smile 2. Talked about it. Looks good. Exhibiting Forgiveness. Talked about it. Looks good. And Lee. This is a movie about Lee Miller. It has Kate Winslet and Andy Samberg in a rare dramatic role. Okay, I'm game. It looks interesting. And was there shawarma? No, there was not. All right, that is it. We will be back later tonight for Fly. And then also this week we got Beetlejuice, The Front Room, and A New York Story coming up. We also have this coming weekend, Summer 2024, wrap up the best, the worst, and the rest. That's all coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all, classes missed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. And if you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can find me on all my social media. Sorry. I'm on literally everything. And either Raised on Popcorn with Grant or Raised on Popcorn. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of City of Dreams? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Do you think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we're all Raised on Popcorn. Big mouth, extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. See you around. Bye.